Imagine a jaw so powerful it crushes a turtle shell like a potato chip. Or a bite so precise it punches straight through a skull. No suffocating, no wrestling, no waiting. Just one strike, and it's over. Every wildcat on Earth is built to bite. But not all bites are equal. Some are gentle traps for mice and moths. Others are bone-shattering weapons that no armor in nature can stop. Today, we rank all 41 wildcat species, from the tiniest cat alive to the biggest beast in the jungle, by one single measure of raw power, bite force, in PSI, pounds per square inch, the number that decides who rules the wild. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up to something truly terrifying. At the very bottom of the list, we find the world's two tiniest cats. And honestly, they deserve more respect than they get. The rusty spotted cat from South Asia sits at just 65 to 80 pounds per square inch. It weighs less than a bag of sugar. It hunts frogs, lizards, and insects in the dark of night. Its bite is modest, but relative to its size, this little ghost of the forest is no pushover. Right next to it, the domestic cat clocks in at 70 to 80 psi. Yes, your house cat makes the list. Because every tabby napping on your couch is, at its core, a wild predator in disguise. The black-footed cat of southern Africa matches that range at 70 to 85 pounds per square inch. It's the smallest wild cat on the African continent, but here is the twist. This tiny hunter has the highest kill rate of any cat on Earth. 6 out of every 10 hunts end in a kill. Not lions, not leopards. This little cat, barely bigger than your hand, is the most efficient killer in the entire family. Moving up slightly, we have the Guiña, also called the Kodkod, from the forests of Chile and Argentina. At 75 to 90 psi, it holds the title of smallest wild cat in the Americas. Silent, rarely seen, a ghost in the temperate rainforest. Tied alongside it, the northern Oncilla and southern Oncilla, two closely related spotted cats from Central and South America, both sitting at 75 to 90 pounds per square inch. They look like miniature leopards and live in mountain forests, hunting rodents and birds in near total silence. Now we step up into territory where the bites start getting serious. The sandcat comes in at 85 to 100 pounds per square inch. It lives in deserts across North Africa and Central Asia, places where summer ground temperatures hit 175 degrees Fahrenheit. And yet this small, round-faced cat thrives there. It hunts venomous snakes. It digs rodents out of deep burrows. Its wide, low-set ears pick up sounds underground. The desert looks empty, but the sandcat sees a full menu. The Colocolo, or Pampas Cat, matches it at 80 to 100 pounds per square inch. A sturdy, thick-furred cat from South America's open grasslands and highlands. It is one of the least studied cats in the world. Scientists know almost nothing about its habits, which makes every sighting a small discovery. The Andean cat also sits here, at 85 to 100 pounds per square inch. It lives higher than almost any other cat on Earth, up in the rocky Andes mountains above 10,000 feet. Cold, thin air, brutal terrain. It hunts mountain viscachas, small rabbit-like animals, and it does it alone, in one of the harshest landscapes on the planet. Fewer than 1,400 of these cats may still exist. At 90 to 105 psi, the Chinese mountain cat is one of the rarest and least known wild cats alive. Found only on the Tibetan plateau, this pale, sandy-colored cat hunts rodents under snow. It has almost never been filmed in the wild. Here is where the list gets interesting. The flat-headed cat of Southeast Asia scores 95 to 115 pounds per square inch. It looks unlike any other cat. Long, flattened skull, webbed feet, backward-pointing teeth designed to grip slippery fish. It is essentially a cat that evolved into a small otter. It wades into rivers and snatches fish clean out of the current. The African wildcat and European wildcat both land at 98 to 110 pounds per square inch. These are the ancestors of every domestic cat alive today. The African wildcat in particular, about 10,000 years ago, walked into human settlements in the Fertile Crescent, decided people were useful, and never fully left. Every purring cat on Earth carries that ancient wild DNA. The Bornean Bay cat, Margay, and Geoffroy's cat cluster together between 100 and 120 psi. The bay cat is so rarely seen that scientists once went decades without a confirmed photograph. The Margay can rotate its hind ankles 180 degrees, the only cat that can run headfirst down a tree like a squirrel. And Geoffroy's cat from South America is one of the best swimmers in the entire family. The Sunda leopard cat and mainland leopard cat reach 105 to 130 pounds per square inch. Widespread across Asia, these small spotted cats are among the most trafficked wild animals on the planet. Yet they survive in rice paddies, rubber plantations, and forest edges. Adaptable, clever, and surprisingly tough. At 120 to 140 pounds per square inch, meet the Palace's cat, possibly the most expressive face in the animal kingdom. Flat-faced, round pupils instead of slits, and a permanent look of absolute fury. It hunts pikers and rodents on the cold steppes of Central Asia. Despite looking fluffy and almost comical, it is a ferocious ambush hunter. And that flat face? It lets the cat peek over rocks without revealing its body. Nature's perfect periscope. The jungle cat, at 120 to 140 psi, is the largest of the Felis genus. Ancient Egyptians domesticated it. Mummified jungle cats have been found in pharaohs' tombs. Unlike its reclusive cousins, this cat is bold. It lives near human settlements and hunts in daylight. The Jaguarundi, at 130 to 160 pounds per square inch, looks almost nothing like a typical cat. Long body, small rounded ears, weasel-like shape. It is the oddball of the family, and it runs like it knows it. Found from Mexico all the way to Argentina. The Serval, at 150 to 170 pounds per square inch, has the longest legs relative to body size of any cat on Earth. Those ears can pinpoint a mouse moving underground. One precise leap, up to 10 feet, and the Serval pins its prey with both paws before a single bite ends it. At 150 to 200 pounds per square inch, the fishing cat of South and Southeast Asia is built differently. Partially webbed paws, a short, stiff tail used as a rudder underwater. It dives beneath the surface to catch fish, head first, underwater, in rivers and wetlands. It has been observed scooping fish from the water with one swift swipe, and then carrying them back to the bank. A cat that hunts like a bear and bites like one too. The ocelot reaches 150 to 300 psi. A wide range reflecting regional variation and body size. The ocelot is one of the most beautiful cats alive. Ornate spotted coat, amber eyes. Found from Texas to Argentina, it hunts at night with extraordinary precision, and unlike most cats, it regularly eats crabs, fish, and even iguanas. A true opportunist. The 4 lynx species. Canada lynx at 160 to 200 pounds per square inch, Iberian lynx at 180 to 220 pounds per square inch, bobcat at 200 to 250 pounds per square inch, and Eurasian lynx at 200 to 250 pounds per square inch, form one of nature's most successful cold weather designs. The Iberian lynx is the world's most endangered wildcat. At one point, fewer than 100 remained. Conservation efforts have brought that number back to over 1,000, one of the greatest wildlife recovery stories of the modern era. The Eurasian lynx is the largest of the 4 and the most powerful biter in the group. It hunts deer in the deep forests of Europe and Siberia, prey 3 times its own weight, and brings it down with a precise bite to the throat. The caracal, at around 200 pounds per square inch, belongs to a different lineage, but fits right here in the rankings. It can leap 10 feet straight up to swat birds clean out of the air. In parts of the Middle East and India, people once trained caracals to hunt birds for sport. One caracal could knock down a dozen pigeons in a single bound. At 290 to 350 pounds per square inch, the clouded leopard of Southeast Asia holds a jaw record unlike any other living cat. Its canine teeth, proportional to skull size, are the longest of any cat alive. Longer, relatively speaking, than a tiger's. This is the closest living echo of the ancient saber-toothed cats that ruled the world millions of years ago. It moves through rainforest canopies at night, hunts monkeys and deer, and bites with a jaw structure that scientists are still working to fully understand. The Sunda clouded leopard, found only on Borneo and Sumatra, matches it closely at 290 to 340 pounds per square inch. Recognized as a separate species only in 2006, same spectacular build, same haunting cloud pattern coat, already threatened by deforestation. Now we enter the territory of the giants. The leopard at 300 to 310 pounds per square inch is perhaps the most adaptable large cat alive. It lives on every continent except Australia and Antarctica. It hauls prey heavier than itself up into trees, away from lions, hyenas, and anything else that might steal a meal. That kind of strength requires serious jaw power and neck muscle. A leopard's bite must hold on tight, even as it climbs. The snow leopard, at 400 to 500 psi, lives above the clouds. Himalayan peaks, the Altai Mountains, rocky ridgelines where the air is so thin that most animals struggle to breathe. The snow leopard hunts blue sheep and ibex on near vertical cliff faces. Its long tail, almost as long as its body, keeps it balanced on terrain that would send anything else tumbling. A ghost of the mountains, almost never seen. The cheetah, also at 470 to 500 psi, surprises people here. It looks slender. It is the fastest land animal alive, 70 miles per hour in 3 seconds. But that speed comes with a cost. Its skull is small and streamlined for aerodynamics, not raw power. Its bite is weaker than most cats its size. The cheetah wins by exhausting its prey at high speed, then applying a precise, suffocating grip to the throat. Technique over brute force. The puma, also called the cougar or mountain lion, sits at around 725 pounds per square inch. The most widely distributed wildcat in the Western Hemisphere, from the Canadian Rockies to the tip of South America. It takes deer, elk, and bighorn sheep with a single powerful bite. Quiet, wide-ranging, and remarkably adaptable, the puma is proof that you don't need to be famous to be successful. The lion, at 650 to 1,000 pounds per square inch, is the only social cat. It hunts in coordinated groups called prides, circling, chasing, cutting off escape routes before the final takedown. That teamwork means each individual doesn't always need the absolute strongest bite. But when a full-grown male lion clamps down on the throat of a buffalo and holds, that bite can last 5 to 10 minutes before the prey finally stops moving. And then there is the tiger. At 1,050 to 1,500 pounds per square inch, the tiger has the highest absolute bite force of any wild cat alive today. The largest tigers, Siberian males, can weigh 660 pounds. That jaw force can shatter the spine of a water buffalo. It can crush bone like dry wood. The tiger hunts alone. No pack, no backup. Just raw power, patience, and a bite that ends arguments instantly. But here is the twist most people don't expect. The jaguar, pound for pound, matches or beats the tiger at 1,500 psi. And it does something no other cat does. Every other big cat kills by biting the throat and suffocating its prey. The jaguar bites through the skull, directly into the brain. One clean, devastating strike between the ears, and it is over. It crushes caiman skulls. It punches through turtle shells. It is the only cat in the world with a killing technique built entirely around the power of its bite. No other cat comes close, not by technique, not by pound-for-pound force. The jaguar is not the biggest, it is not the fastest, but bite for bite, it is the most powerful cat that has ever walked this earth. From the rusty-spotted cat stalking moths in Sri Lanka's forest floor to the jaguar driving its teeth through a caiman's skull in the Amazon, the bite is the story of how cats conquered every corner of this planet. 41 species, 41 different answers to the same question: how do you survive? Some answered with speed, some with stealth, some with extraordinary adaptation, but all of them answered with teeth. Many of these cats are in trouble. Habitat loss, poaching, and the slow disappearance of wild spaces are pushing species like the Andean cat, the Iberian lynx, and both clouded leopards toward the edge. The fact that we can still count 41 species alive today is not guaranteed to be true a century from now. These animals do not need us to be amazed by them, but maybe, if we are, we will fight harder to keep them here. Thank you for watching. If this journey inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. There is still more of the wild to explore together.